Just days before the drivers hit the asphalt at the Gilles-Villeneuve track, Ferrari was hit by an internal storm. It wasn't about the engine or speed, but rather a conflict that tore apart the foundations of this legendary team. The public spotlight shifted from the paddock to the Maranello boardroom, from race strategy to the issue of Frédéric Vasseur's dismissal. Amid the fog of increasing speculation, one voice was finally heard. A voice that had been silent. Lewis Hamilton broke the silence. What did he say? Let's discuss, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. What happened at Ferrari was not just a performance crisis, it was a turning point in history. So far, the 2025 season has been a disaster. The SF25 car, promoted as the engine of Maranello's revival, has instead revealed unforgivable weaknesses. A lack of speed, messy strategy, and inconsistent performance have caused Ferrari to slide from championship hopes to the abyss of doubt. Meanwhile, McLaren soared. Aston Martin surprised. Meanwhile, Ferrari lost its way. The atmosphere inside the Maranello headquarters began to rot behind the defeat. Leaks trickled into the media. Rumors of layoffs circulated. There were tensions between departments. Then came the news that Frédéric Vasseur would be fired not at the end of the season, but within hours. It was as if the entire fabric of the team was cracking from the inside. While most remained silent as the pressure mounted and the rumors festering behind the walls of the Canadian paddock grew louder, Lewis Hamilton stepped forward. He did not hide behind the diplomatic answers or neutral statements common in Formula One press conferences. He chose a bolder path, facing the issue head-on with shocking assertiveness and without filters. Fred's not the problem. He's the plan. Though simple, it had a much larger impact. It was more than just a show of support for Frédéric Vasseur. It was a political statement. A public declaration. It signaled that Lewis Hamilton was not only a Ferrari driver, but also the custodian of a massive project under construction in Maranello. Hamilton knew his decision to leave Mercedes for Ferrari was about more than car performance. It was about trust. Vasseur is central to that belief. He is the foundation of a project that promises to revitalize Ferrari. Hamilton will not stand by while destructive voices from within and outside the organization shake those foundations. Hamilton's statement is a stark reminder to anyone tempted to act impulsively that big changes take time. Success does not come from panic. To dismantle an ambitious project because of a temporary setback is madness. For Hamilton, keeping Vasseur is not about personal loyalty, it's about safeguarding Ferrari's future. Lewis Hamilton knows exactly what he's doing. This isn't just about defending someone under attack. It's a calculated maneuver. He's sending a message, not just to the public, but especially to the people behind the scenes who make decisions at Ferrari. The message is clear. Structural instability is the #1 enemy of building a winning team. Success never comes from reactive decisions or firings driven by media pressure and fleeting opinions. Hamilton is making it clear that building a dynasty requires persistence, not panic. Loyalty, not blame. He's not just talking from the sidelines. He's no stranger to the game. He knows exactly how winning teams are built. He was the foundation of Mercedes' success for nearly a decade. He witnessed firsthand how Toto Wolff safeguarded their grand project from intervention and internal crises. He knows that long-term stability is key to weathering external storms. Now, Hamilton is demanding that Ferrari do the same. Not just for Frédéric Vasseur, but for Ferrari's future and the grand project they started together. Behind the scenes, a silent war has begun. A reliable source within Ferrari confirms that the boardroom has become a battlefield. The board of directors is now divided into two camps. Some remain loyal to Frédéric Vasseur's long-term vision. They believe the process takes time. They see the foundations being laid slowly but surely. However, the other side of the boardroom is running out of patience. For them, Ferrari's time is too valuable to waste on experimentation. They want change now, and that means a new leader. The tension escalated after one unexpected move. Lewis Hamilton's open support. His vocal stance was more than just a defense. It was a political statement. From that moment on, everything changed. The question was no longer, will Frédéric Vasseur be fired? It transformed into something much deeper. How much influence does Hamilton have in Ferrari's power structure? If the answer is, a lot, then who really controls the team's future? Amid the political storm and power shifts rocking Ferrari's internal affairs, one figure is slowly but surely being dragged into the vortex of this conflict: Charles Leclerc. The talented young driver, long considered an icon of the Scuderia's future and a symbol of revival, as well as the main hope of the Tifosi, is now facing a harsh reality. It is a reality far from the dream he had when he first signed a long-term contract with the proud Italian team. Ferrari's internal structure is undergoing a metamorphosis. The direction of the project is changing. Whether consciously or not, this change is becoming more one-sided, increasingly leaning toward the Hamilton-Vasseur orbit. This new alliance promises a big vision but leaves many question marks for those who were previously believed to be the pillars of the team's future. If the board chooses to support Fred Vasseur and make Lewis Hamilton's ambitious project the foundation of Ferrari's future, Charles Leclerc's role could change drastically. He is no longer the center of the team's universe. He is no longer the figure around whom a grand project is being built. Slowly but surely, he is being pushed to the sidelines. From protagonist to supporting character. From main hope to part of an old chapter slowly closing. For a driver as ambitious as Charles Leclerc, who sacrificed the prime of his career to build a dream with Ferrari, this reality could leave a deep, lingering wound. It's not just about ego, it's about feeling betrayed by a project he once believed in with all his heart. The circuit Gilles Villeneuve is not just a racetrack. This week, it has become a stage for judgment. All eyes are on Ferrari and the grand project they are building. If the SF-25 fails to perform competitively again, then Lewis Hamilton's calls for leadership could backfire. His loyalty to Frédéric Vasseur could be seen as naivete. His strategic messages could be labeled a form of defiance against the hierarchy. Behind the garage walls, internal tensions could reach a boiling point. However, if Ferrari finds its momentum here and their performance soars with satisfactory results, then everything will change. Hamilton's words will have a different meaning, not as a defense but as a turning point. He will be remembered not only as a world champion, but also as the voice that saved Ferrari from collapsing under the weight of their own internal chaos. Many ask, is this simply a matter of Vasseur's personal belief? Or is it a clever political maneuver designed by Hamilton to establish himself as a central figure and major influencer within Ferrari? The answer may be a combination of both. Hamilton is no novice to the power game. He has long understood that Formula One is not just about speed on the track, but also about intelligence in the boardroom. He knows when to speak, to whom, and for what purpose. This time, however, he is not speaking as just a driver. He is speaking as a project leader. He is a symbol of a new direction. He is the voice of reason amidst the storm of uncertainty engulfing Ferrari internally. His statement not only defends Ferrari, but also builds its foundation of strength. The 2025 Canadian Grand Prix will be remembered not only for who stands on the top podium. It will also be remembered as a turning point, a critical moment where Ferrari's future as a legendary team is truly at stake. Will they remain steadfast on the path of the long-term plan, building a solid, stable, and sustainable foundation? Or will they fall back into the old pattern of crises, internal pressures, and reactive decisions that only satisfy the short term? Write your opinion below.